Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Something a little bit different today. This is sort of like a little public service announcement. Now, before I go any further, I don't want anyone to go and harass this person over on eBay. Again, this is just a bit of a public service announcement, and it's been on eBay for quite some time. The listing has not been removed. I've actually sent a message to the individual, and I will touch on that. But over the years, I've come across a lot of like scam listings, people trying to list something or sell something that isn't quite what it seems. Like recently, we've had a few things go on in the Freddy glove community where they're not fake Freddy gloves from the Elm Street films, but more or less they're just not labeled correctly. Now, I also know with Prop Store, there's been a few issues over the years where they've had fakes and they weren't aware of it. As far as I know, they weren't aware of it, like especially when it came to bat suit pieces, like Michael Keaton belt pieces. And I myself have been the victim of scams over the years, especially when I was younger and building Freddy gloves and trying to figure all this stuff out in the early days of eBay. I even got scammed out of a Batfleck cowl many years ago. But currently on eBay, there is a listing for a quote-unquote production-made Halloween Michael Myers mask, most notably from Halloween Kills, going for the grand total of 40,000 USD, which in AUD equates to $61,814. So I'm going to be showing the listing. I have removed the seller's name, but that's not going to stop you from going to look at the listing. But I just don't want to put their name in this video. But again, this is just to put it out there. I've been in contact with Christopher Nelson, who we know made the masks for the David Gordon Green trilogy. He has confirmed it's a fake, and I knew it was a fake, but it was more or less just to be on his radar. And he's also put a story up on Instagram about the scam. And I am calling it a scam, because you seriously cannot be doing this. And it's disappointing to see. And there's supposedly a certificate of authenticity with this piece. So I sent a message to the seller, and from no malice at all, not trying to be aggressive or anything. I was very polite, and I was more curious as well. I just said, "Hi there, hate to burst your bubble, but this isn't a production-made mask from the film. All the masks are in the hands of people who worked on Halloween Kills. Just out of curiosity, do you have a certificate of authenticity?" And I'm still waiting to hear back. So again, and I will touch on the screen use masks and their whereabouts at the moment. But yeah, taking a look at this listing, Halloween movie prop Michael Myers mask, production made, original Halloween Kills, 40,000 USD. Now, most times out of 10, 99.9% of you will go, well, that is just absolute bullshit. If you're a subscriber to this channel and you have your love of Halloween films and Michael Myers masks, then you usually would know the history of these masks and identifying them. And we are not here to make fun of someone's artistic talents when it comes to painting Michael Myers masks, but you instantly look at this and you think this is not from production because it's not very detailed, it's a little bit sloppy. And again, it's not to hang shit on this person, but you can tell straight away it is not a production made or screen used mask from Halloween Kills or the David Gordon Green trilogy at all. My biggest concern, and it's on this screenshot right here in red, is that it's currently in one cart. And there's no way of contacting that bidder or person who's interested in purchasing the piece. But when you are selling something for 40,000 USD, which is 60 odd thousand AUD of someone's hard-earned money, and it isn't what it seems, that is very worrisome. I find it also very amusing that when I refreshed the page, it said, "You've received an offer of 32,000 USD. US $8,000 off from the seller. The item isn't yours until you pay. Go to checkout before time expires or someone else buys it first. Review offer." That is so generous, man. Oh, how considerate of you. Now, if we go on down to the description, production made prop, not a reproduction. Okay, here we have another Holy Grail piece from my personal collection. This is an original production made mask from Halloween Kills 2022. There are very few of these original masks out amongst the public. This is your chance to own one. This was originally listed / sold as a Halloween Ends mask, but after doing some research, this is a Halloween Kills mask. Based on the burns. Better films anyway. This is This is a very professionally typed out description for such a high-end piece. This mask is in excellent production use condition, looks just like you would want it to. Amazing piece, made of rubber with latex burn marks with production bloodied hair. Not everyone can afford something like this, but if you can, it's a great investment. These A-level horror masks of iconic characters don't come around very often. That is true. Each auction bringing in more than the next. This production-made mask of Michael was not screen used apparently. It was made for use/backup and not needed. A COA will be included, also a paper trail of where I acquired the piece/history of the piece in letter form. Open to offers, better pictures coming. Okay, so there's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack. A COA, as far as I know, there's no COAs at all that Chris Nelson has accompanied with the screen use mask from the trilogy, and a paper trail of the piece/history of where he acquired it from. I'm very intrigued, and that's why I asked in the message, do you have the COA handy so I could at least see it? Like, I'm not asking for a scan of it. I would just like to see a photo of it to see exactly, what it looks like. Even though I know full well this is a scam. It's more or less just like, how far are you willing to stretch this scam? Now, let's just have a proper look at these photos. Again, not making fun of someone's artistic capabilities, but again, you just see right off the bat, if you're a fan of these masks, if you're a fan of these films, and you know these masks and the details, you can tell straight away that this is not Chris Nelson's work. And look, that's a nice bit of detail right there, but it looks as if here, someone's gone in with thinners and tried to wipe away and strip it back, and it's just failed miserably, and they've just given up halfway. Zoom on in there. We go to the back of the hair. So it's just a stock Tots mask. That's pretty much the stock hair from what I can see. You can see the glue there that Tots uses. They've put a Velcro on there. There is a signature. I'm trying to see what that says. That looks like some sort of a number. So when it comes to the whereabouts of the screen use mask, whether it be Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, or Halloween Ends. Actually, that reminds me. He said something in the description. Halloween Kills. It's 2021, isn't it? Yeah, 2021. He said 2022. God, another mistake. So as far as I know, the whereabouts of those masks, they are either in the possession of Nick Castle, James Dew Courtney, Ryan Turek, the producer, Chris Nelson, I think David Gordon Green as well, and maybe Malik Akkad. As far as I know, Sean Clark doesn't have any, and he may one day, which is amazing. But as far as I know, I remember Chris Nelson saying somewhere that he knows where every mask is that he made, along with Vincent Van Dyke, the amazing effects crew for that trilogy. So again, right off the bat if you're a Myers fan, but also just some people may not be in the loop. There are some people out there, unfortunately, that won't read into it, do their research, see this as face value, and oh my God, this must be it. This is a great investment, and pull the trigger on it, and they've been duped. So again, this is more or less just a PSA, but also just to know where these masks are, the actual screen use masks, their whereabouts. I'm pretty sure Nick Castle and James Dew Courtney have all three masks, one of each from the trilogy. I know James Dew Courtney does for sure because he played the Shape. I don't know if Nick Castle has the Halloween Ends mask. I do know he has the H40 and the Halloween Kills mask. But again, guys, this is just a little PSA. And, like I said, I've seen my fair share of scams throughout the years, and I've been the victim of a scam throughout the years. And like I said, please don't go and harass this person. That's not what we're all about. This is just putting the info out there. I'm trying to contact eBay to flag the listing, to have it taken down for misinformation. And again, I'm still waiting to hear back from the seller. So yeah, it's been up for a good couple of weeks. I remember even posting this in a Michael Myers fan group on Facebook, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? So yeah, it's still up there live. And the fact that it's in someone's cart, it's a bit worrisome. Anyway, on some lighter, happier news and some more exciting news, the work print of Spawn from 1997 has dropped online. It's surfaced online, so I've got it, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing a cheeky little comparison video, so I'm looking very forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.